Kevin and I are here today to answer the Christmas tag for 2015. Esther C did these on her channel, so if you're interested, it's Craft Corner with Esther C, and she tagged me. I knew she was going to at the end of her video. And so there are some questions here. We did this last year with the entire family together. We sat in the den on the couch. You remember that?
Like my favorite Christmas movie, and it seems like there was stuff like that.
Right. So you will probably hear some of the same questions. You'll probably get some of the same answers. You might get some different answers because I change all the time. So you never know. I might have a different answer to the same question that we did last year. So here we go.
Okay. First question is, what are your favorite things about Christmas?
You answer first.
I like the food. Always like the food. No, I do like the food. But I also like I like buying gifts for people and giving them away. I like to receive a few gifts myself. Not that that's a big deal, honestly, but I really enjoy buying stuff for the kids especially, and giving it to them and letting them see you know, their face when they get it. So it's still fun, even though they're not grown completely. Wander's pretty much grown, but you know, actually still young, and you know, I still enjoy doing that even though they're still relatively young.
I agree with everything he said. I enjoy the food too, but I enjoy getting to see their reactions to things that we have bought for them. And this Christmas, it has even been a neater experience to be able to send a package over to, now we've sent packages to many people, but Jennifer and Nathan and Mac are the only ones that have done a box opening on YouTube, and they've done videos and they've reviewed them and stuff like that. So they're the only ones that have actually, we've seen them, we've seen the reaction, and that's just awesome. I mean, it's like they're our kids and they're over there and we've sent them stuff, and so that's been a neat thing for us this Christmas. So because that's a gift, you know, that's a gift. They're sending us a gift, a Christmas gift, and we're sending one back to them. So that's been really neat. And the food, of course. I love the Christmas music. I love decorations. I love it that I love the books, and a lot of people get in a better mood. Some people get grumpier, but for the most part, everyone just seems to be, everyone wants to help out more. You know, you see a lot more people going the extra mile for somebody else and wanting to do things for other people at this time of year. And I wish people did it all year long, but that's okay. If they only do it this one time of year, that's okay. I'll take it. I think that's cool.
And what's your least favorite thing about Christmas? Mine's the work involved in preparing all the stuff for get-togethers and things like that. Although I enjoy cooking and stuff, it is a lot of work.
That said,
I enjoy doing it, but it is a lot of work, and I'm worn out by the end of the day. I mean, by the time everybody leaves, I don't even feel like cleaning up because it's like I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah.
That being said, traffic shopping, I don't like that. It's all the little things. No game stoppers that I dislike about Christmas, because I really do truly enjoy Christmas. That's one of my favorite times of the year. In Kentucky, it doesn't get super cold until like end of January, early in February. So December's pretty decent weather even. I mean, like today it's 60 degrees outside, and I mean,
but that's above normal.
It's unusual, but it's still in the 40s and 50s most of the time, and that's nice. I can deal with that kind of weather. So
right.
What's your least?
My least favorite thing about Christmas is it's probably just that this time of year in general, it is colder. Yeah. And I'm getting to the age where my body doesn't like a lot of cold. So for me, it would be that, and probably the traffic that I know we try to have patience, but not everyone tries to have patience. Yeah. And we're not always patient. We're not perfect, but we do think, you know, we try to leave earlier, knowing that, hey, it's going to take longer. A lot of people don't have that forethought, so they end up getting aggravated. So probably the same things as you.
Yeah. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie, Meet Me in St. Louis. I love that movie. Just think it's wonderful.
I have an older one that I like. I really like The Holiday Inn. We watched it the other day, and The Holiday Inn movie, I don't think I'd ever seen it before. If I had, I hadn't seen all of it. I really enjoyed it.
It
That was a good movie.
very entertaining. It really was.
Good.
And it was cool how they went through
all the holidays for a whole year.
And it made the movie, it gave you something to look forward to. In the movie, it's like, well, what are they going to do for this holiday?
Right.
And it was very entertaining.
And the newer ones, it's really a toss-up between the two.
I know.
To everybody. It's Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story. Those two are my two favorite ones. I could watch those every year.
Yes, absolutely, every year.
Every year.
But I've gotten to the point where Love Actually, I want to see that every year too.
Yeah. Well, we've been watching Christmas movies lately. So.
Yeah.
Has it ever snowed on Christmas where you lived?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a pretty quick one.
Yeah.
I got these on my phone, but they're really small text. What is your favorite Christmas song? I have to say I really don't have a favorite. I truly don't. The 12 Days of Christmas is my least favorite, but I don't have a favorite really.
I have a favorite religious Christmas song, and then I have a favorite non-religious Christmas song. You know, there's a difference. My favorite non-religious Christmas song is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Johnny Mathis. I just love it when he belts that out. It gets me in the mood to shop and do all things Christmas. When I hear that in the store, it's like, this was meant to be, that I'm out shopping and I'm hearing this song, and I just love it. My favorite religious Christmas song would be Do You Hear What I Hear?
Yeah.
I love that. I really do.
What is your most memorable childhood Christmas memory?
I looked at these questions beforehand. I could not. I scoured my brain. My parents were not big. They took pictures, but they weren't big picture takers like I am now. And I wonder, in our old videos, the ones that my dad had, are there any of those from Christmas that you remember?
Maybe a few, but it's just like people here.
No, I meant when I was like a little baby, there's not a lot of pictures to look back on to see, okay, what happened this year, what happened that year. So I really don't have a specific Christmas memory. They were all happy, I can tell you that.
The one I remember, one of my biggest ones, I was probably somewhere between 8 and 10. I don't remember how old. Probably closer to 8. Christmas morning, my mom and dad always, we didn't unwrap gifts the night before. You know, we waited for Santa Claus in the morning. That's what we did. So in the morning, you get up, you find all your stuff there. And I remember getting a boom box, the radio with the tape. This one had a tape deck in it. It was a big square box, you know. But I also remember that year getting a bicycle, and it was like a dirt bike, and I was so excited to ride the bike that I kept bugging them. And that year it had snowed on Christmas, and I went outside, I remember, in the snow, riding the bike up and down the street a few times. They wouldn't let me stay out very long, but because it was icy. But I do remember,
cool.
I remember riding that bicycle up and down the street just a few times in the snow on the new bike. That's one of the memories
That's a neat memory, though. You know what? I just thought, to make this video more interesting to you all, I will get a bunch of our Christmas pictures from when we were little.
Oh, goodness.
Kevin was so geeky. He was cute, though. I will try to find what I can, and I'll put them together, and at the end of this video, I will put pictures from Kevin when he was a kid.
I think there's a picture of me with that boombox.
You do have a picture with that boombox.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there's...
And I don't know if that's the same year or not, but they were pretty close to each other.
He has pictures of him with Star Wars toys and all kinds of things. And there are some of me, too. Just not as many as of Kevin. So I'll find those and put them at the end.
What tradition do you look forward to the most? Mine's probably the gift unwrapping, of course, but I enjoy the Christmas Eve. We do Christmas Eve. We've done Christmas Eve for 20 years. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy having everybody over and eating. We have some of the same foods every year, and it's like, you would think it'd get monotonous, but it does every year. It's like, Andrew's like, I'm here for the dip.
Andrew wants the buffalo chicken dip.
And that's fun, you know. And the little Smokies, we end up throwing half of them away. So I think last year we only got one packet, but we still have them, and people still eat them. We just didn't make as many last year. Things like that. We've had the same thing for ages.
You could go back on the YouTube videos and go to 2014 and you could see everything that we made because I went through it all. But yeah, we always have some really cool things to eat. I agree about that tradition. That is our tradition with our family. The way that it started was we would have Christmas Eve at our house because we would come over here on Christmas Day. Mom and Dad lived here at the time in this house, and
they got so much stuff.
Yeah, we would come over here for Christmas Day. It would be silly because we lived literally within 10 minutes. It would have been silly for us to bring all of our gifts over here and then only to turn around and take them back home.
Yeah.
So in order to not cart them everywhere, we would open gifts at our house and then over here. And
then it kind of got bigger and bigger. Because it started out with just come over, watch the kids open the presents, and you leave. Then it got to, well, we'll have some food for them. And then it was like, well, we'll let you open we'll give you the gifts that we bought you too.
Yeah.
So then it became like a little pre-Christmas show.
And more and more food.
Yeah.
So we would have like the appetizer stuff at our house on Christmas Eve, and then Mom and Dad would like have dinner on Christmas Day at their house.
Stuff, yeah.
So now we're still doing it all.
Okay. When do you decorate for the holidays? It's gonna be the same for both of us.
What, you just want me to answer? Until we moved in this house, we've lived here for 3 years. Until we moved here, we always did it the Friday right after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's on Thursday, we would put up the tree on Friday. Once we moved here, the first Christmas we lived here, we didn't get the tree put up until like a week later because we didn't move in here until I think December 5th.
Yeah.
So we were already running late with the tree putting it up, so it was even later. So we really didn't get to enjoy the tree as much as we normally would have that first year, 2013. So 2014, I said, let's put it up the week before Thanksgiving. And my mom had done this in the past, so I didn't feel strange at all for wanting to do it myself. We have pictures of us on Thanksgiving from way back, and you could see that she had put the tree up. So last year we put it up the week before Thanksgiving, and this year we put it up the week before Thanksgiving. And if it's up to me, I'll keep doing it that way just because you get to enjoy it a week longer. You're not having to do it right after you've been worn out by cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah. And plus, we are not these people who leave their tree up until, a lot of people leave their tree up until after the new year. I'm not. I want it down. Once Christmas is over, I want it down.
Yeah, the day after Christmas, sometimes Christmas night, she is literally taking stuff and putting it in boxes, literally.
So, in order to get another week's worth out of it, I put it up the week before. So I think that's a good time to decorate.
Is your tree real or fake? It is fake.
It is fake.
I've never had a real tree in my life.
It is behind us, and it is big, and I love it though.
Yeah, but I've never had a real tree.
I haven't either. I've never had a real tree, but Ainer had one year at preschool. They had some.
Oh, it was awful.
It was awful because you had to water them constantly, and after the weekend, they would
because it was at a school.
Yeah, it was at a school, so it'd be closed all weekend, and the heat's running, so it's drinking all weekend. So you would go in on Monday morning, and the bowl would be bone dry, and it's like this
and
thing.
Needles laying over.
Yeah. So no. I wouldn't want a real tree, but that's just me. Just because you do have to, we put ours up and forget about it. Those, you have to
maintain them a little.
You have to maintain them. Yeah. I'm lazy.
And there's something to a real tree. I mean, but I think the ornaments are a little harder to hang on because you have to loop them around and little things like that. Which we've never personally experienced it, so I'm not going to talk bad about it.
No, if you like a real tree, that's some people swear by them.
Yeah. What is your all-time favorite holiday dish that's not a dessert?
Holiday dish that's not a dessert. Are we going to talk about Christmas Eve stuff?
It's whatever. Holiday dish.
Holiday dish.
That's not a dessert.
Because we do appetizer type food, then I'm going to say one of those appetizers, and I will say the buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
I mean, I like turkey and dressing, but since we do appetizers type stuff, that's what I'll say.
That's pretty good. And we have potato skins. I like those.
We have a lot of
pretty much anything it's edible.
Anything unhealthy that you can think of. That's
Yeah.
what we have on Christmas Eve.
So, what's your favorite holiday dessert? Mine, it's kind of split: pumpkin pie and pecan pie. Either one of those, I could eat literally half a pecan pie and be sick. Enjoy every moment of it, but I'll be sick. But I could literally eat a half pie.
When you make your pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
I like that pumpkin cheesecake, but you normally don't do that at Christmas.
Yeah.
You do that normally at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So,
yeah, that is really good.
Oh boy, favorite dessert. What all do we have that I love? I love all sweet things.
Date crackers. We have. We just make a lot of sweets on Christmas Eve, honestly.
Well, we do. I like bourbon balls. I like bourbon balls an awful lot. I like bourbon balls. Kevin said they're these date crackers, and there's a recipe on YouTube of all this stuff. But they're Ritz crackers, and they have dates in them, and they have a frosting, and they're just, you wouldn't believe it. They're so good. But I'll say. Just for this time of year, I'll say his pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah. Go-to gift for the hard to shop for.
Okay. What would you say?
Gift cards.
Okay.
Whatever gift card. Usually restaurant gift cards are the best.
I would say gift cards or an ornament. I think if you don't know the person, if you don't know somebody like intimately enough to get them a specific kind of perfume or something like that, then I think an ornament for a woman, I don't know if men particularly like ornaments as well as women, but yeah, you don't care about ornaments at all. Some men do. Some men really appreciate ornaments.
I think they're neat, but I mean,
I have a guy friend that loves the Christopher Radko ornaments. Has a whole collection of them on his tree.
So I think they're neat, but I'd rather have a gift card for someplace.
Yeah, I think a gift card is good for the people in your life to where you've spent so much money, and now I need to spend $20 more, but I don't know what else they would want, so go ahead and get a gift card.
Yeah. That's what I think. What is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna name one from my childhood because I don't have a specific like adult gift. I mean, like Kevin gave me a KitchenAid coffee pot last year. Love it, use it every day, just about.
Right.
It's been wonderful. The toaster, love the toaster. Those are really family gifts because Ashley uses the toaster.
Right.
You know, but as a kid, my parents got me the Barbie Dreamhouse A-frame. Now, they made a pink A-frame, but I didn't get the pink A-frame. I got the one before that. I got the one, it's a yellow, if you look it up on eBay, somebody's always selling them. And I swear, I've looked at them, I've seen them new in the box, never opened, and I swear I've thought about getting it, and I thought, no, you don't need that. But it's the yellow A-frame house, and it has a red roof on it, and it's 3 pieces, and it's massive. And we still had it up until the time that Ashley was born. It was in her bedroom when she was a little baby, and I thought, you know what? We lived in a very small house, and we did not have the space for it, and I thought, what's the point in putting it up in the attic? The attic wasn't even that big, and so we sold it, and I sold it like for $15. Now I wish I had it, because now we have plenty of room. What would I do with it, really? I wouldn't.
It'd be sitting there, you have to dust it.
It would be sitting there, and I would have to dust it, because I don't have time to play Barbies. I wish I did. But that was my best gift, was that Barbie A-frame house.
Yeah.
Do you not have one from your childhood?
Not really. I mean, a bicycle, I've got a couple bicycles when I was younger I loved.
What about those Star Wars?
There was a 10-speed bike that I rode to death. I mean, I rode it all over the place, and I was 12, 13, 14 years old and rode it to death. I like that. I mean, I've just gotten so many different things. I can't. Nothing really stands out like, wow, that was the best thing I ever got. You know, I mean, I've liked everything I've ever gotten, but
that house was a gift though. That I did not quit. I'm not like the kids today where they quit playing with their toys really young, or most of them do. I was still playing with Barbies when I was 13 years old. I probably quit playing when I was 13, and I remember crying when I quit playing with Barbies because I knew that I was too old to be doing it, that none of my friends were doing it, that I would go visit them wanting to play with their Barbies, and they had put them up in a closet and didn't touch them. They were like, oh, we don't play with those anymore. So I cried when I had to put them away. So for me, that was something that I played with for so many years and got so much enjoyment out of, that would be the best.
You had a younger sister too that played with you for a while
Yes.
too, so that probably helped you play
Yes.
a lot. I don't see any problem with kids playing with toys for a long time.
If Jennifer were here, Jennifer would be telling on me that I gave her the dumpy house, the dumpy car,
The ones where she'd hacked all the hair off the Barbies.
the dumpy clothes, the cast-offs that my Barbies were too good for. She had the reject everything. She would
funny.
be telling you, yes.
Wrapping paper or gift bags. We pretty much do wrapping paper.
We do wrapping paper, but I don't have any
I don't have a
problem with gift bags. It's just that Ashley would be in them. You would be in them.
No, I wouldn't. I don't peek anymore. Now, when I was younger, I did, but not anymore.
When he was younger, he told me that he took the wrapping paper off the gifts.
I'd use the X-Acto knife and cut the tape and tape it back after I looked at it.
He was bad,
Yeah.
but
nowadays, I like the surprise. So.
I do like wrapping. I think wrapping paper, you know, you pay. It's a lot cheaper to buy a big roll of wrapping paper and wrap a lot of gifts than have to have a gift bag for each thing.
Plus,
so.
if you got big items,
Right.
gift bags are hard to get for big items.
But I don't mind gift bags.
Yeah.
Some people are like anti-gift bag. I'm not anti-gift bag.
Hot cocoa or eggnog? Eggnog. I'm not a big hot cocoa person.
If eggnog were fewer, I'm gonna say eggnog, but I don't drink it very often just because the calories.
I don't drink either one of them very often, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd pick eggnog. And it is ridiculous, the calories.
On Bob and Sherry, they were saying that eggnog was like one of the worst things that you could have at the holiday time. And I know that's a big party pooper, Debbie Downer, but
It's
they
true.
said that
It's full of fat too.
yeah.
Because I remember Tammy's dad would pour me an eggnog, and we always made fun because he'd pour this little bitty juice glass. It was about this tall and about that big around of eggnog, and here's some eggnog for you. I'm like, is this a joke? Because I was, give me a glass. You know?
But he was probably giving you
Probably what you're supposed to
what
have.
you're supposed to have, really.
But if I'm gonna drink it, I'm gonna drink
A lot
of it and maybe be sick. You know. Who do you spend the holidays with? I think we already covered that. Me and you, for the most part, are here.
We're here, and
we
Kevin's
don't travel.
Kevin's parents come here.
Yeah, we don't travel anywhere. We stay here. Andrew and Christina and Gavin come here.
Right.
Ashley lives here.
Right. So it's all here.
My mom and dad come here for Christmas
Right.
Eve. We don't travel.
We don't go to Andrew and Christina's house. They do their own thing on Christmas morning.
Yeah. Christmas Day morning.
Christmas Day morning. Now they will come here and get their stockings and stuff, but they do their own thing at home with Gavin, and we're fine with that because we're just so tired on Christmas morning that we just want to stay home. We really don't want to go anywhere anyway, so I'm glad they do their own thing.
Yeah. And sometimes we cook on Christmas Day, sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't.
This year we've thought about not cooking anything big, maybe just pulling out some leftovers or something.
Yeah, I think we'll have leftovers from the night before. It's just, it truly is exhausting, so.
Yeah, this one's a fun one, and let me answer it first.
Okay.
Do you make New Year's resolutions? Not anymore. I don't. Tami might write them down somewhere, but
I don't.
We don't. We used to back. Oh Lord,
I think I still have
It's
them.
probably been 8 or 10 years ago when we quit doing it, but maybe not that. It's probably been about 2008.
I think I still have them.
It's been at least 5 years, if not a little bit longer.
Oh, Kevin, it's been much
8 years
longer.
ago, something like that. Anyway, we used to every year on New Year's Day, right on New Year's Eve, right when it turned to 12 o'clock, we would write down our New Year's resolutions for that year, and we would pull out the New Year's resolutions we made last year.
Right.
And we would look through them and see, you know, it was always, because I was 250 pounds at that time. So it was always for me, lose 20 pounds or eat better or exercise more or get a promotion at work. You know, it was that kind of stuff. And I remember looking back on those. It's just fun to see what was on your mind the previous year.
The majority of them, though, were pay off this, pay off that.
Eat less and eat less.
We had,
that's what ours were always.
At that time, we had credit cards. We don't have credit cards anymore, but at that time, we had credit cards. So it was always like, I remember one year we had a JCPenney credit card. It was like, pay this JCPenney credit card off. But at the time that we got the JCPenney credit card, it was for coats, and we wouldn't have had who knows what we would have been wearing if we hadn't have gotten those credit cards.
Because they're, you know,
we didn't have anything, and we didn't have any way of getting
$50 to $75 a piece,
yeah.
you know, for a decent coat.
Right.
And that was back when we literally did not have 2 nickels.
No.
When we said we didn't have any money, we literally there was nothing in the checking account.
And I don't remember the Goodwill being in Winchester.
I don't think we had a Goodwill.
I don't think we had a Goodwill in Winchester.
Not at that time. There was one in Lexington.
I didn't even know. I mean, I guess I lived my life sheltered. I didn't know about the Goodwill like that. I didn't know there was a store that you could go in and buy stuff like that. So anyway, there was a reason why we had credit cards, but usually those New Year's resolutions, it was always to pay off stuff, and then it was fun to go back and see, okay, did we pay it off?
Right.
Or working on it or whatever. Yeah. And the student loans.
No, that was a big one. Yeah. I always remember weight and diet being on every one of them too. Every time.
But we don't do that anymore.
We don't.
I think it's just because you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And if, for me, my feeling is, if you want to lose weight, then if you're not going to be willing to start it right now, then what makes you think you're going to start it at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, that's very true.
I know it's a good time, it's a good benchmark for people, but if you thought you were fat in August, then guess when that diet should have started?
Right.
It should have started in August. I think when we started losing weight, Andrew was about to graduate from high school, so that would have been in like late May. I probably started that year in probably March. So it wasn't at the beginning of the year. It wasn't a New Year's resolution for me that year. It was just something that was like, finally it just clicked. And you know the timing's right. You just know, and you just go with it. And for me, you don't need that resolution. You don't have to have it on paper.
Right. So long and short of it, we used to do them, we don't anymore.
Yeah, the short of it, trying to shut me up. No, was that it?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay, so we answered them all, and that was a lot of fun, and I have no idea who to tag. And you know what? I'm not going to tag anybody.
Because it's getting pretty late now.
If you feel like doing this, I would love to hear your answers. I genuinely would love to hear your answers. If you do it, link below, and I will go watch your video. I would love to do that. And at the end, remember, I'm going to add some pictures. Who knows what you're going to see us like you've never seen us before. So, and
my geeky first grade Christmas picture.
And maybe some family members in there too, because I don't know, you know, I can't, there's probably images you can't cut out of these pictures.
Probably. So, I think there's one of me at the Christmas table with no beard, long hair, and smoking.
Oh yeah, we used to smoke. Just know that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't
years
quit,
ago.
I didn't quit smoking. Well, I'm 43. I quit smoking when I was 30. So it's been 13 years ago. And Kevin quit like just a couple months before me. So yeah, you might see some images of a cigarette, but just know we've moved on from that.
We don't do that anymore and don't encourage it.
Yeah,
nasty habit.
Yeah, nasty habit. So anyway, Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully we didn't bore you too much, and thanks for watching.